Good afternoon. Video message for Jack. Jack, how you doing? Well, what is there to say? My 262 XP. Thank you for buying my 262. They really are just really special saws. They run so beautifully. So I got a few of my other old girls out to say goodbye to her today. So after the video then, she was just put away, and again, just like the S50, cleaned up, and I never keep them stored in that way. Actually, I meant to check if there's any little bit of fuel. So it's interesting, the thing we were talking about with the fuel. What's really nice about using, I find it's not all pluses either. What I really like about using some of the long life fuel, like the Husqvarna, I've even got the steel long life now. I've been trying all of them. It's nice to leave them in, although this has only been in for probably, what, 2 weeks, is it, since the video? Something like that. It's nice on some of my older saws to be able to leave the fuel without having to worry about it doing any other damage. And okay, let's see how she runs then after about 2 weeks. So throttle lock. I was looking for the throttle lock. Of course, it's integral to the choke. I've just been on one of my my old partner engines. Kill switch. Two pulls. Jack, hope you love the saw, and be really interesting to hear when you run her how you find running this saw against the S50. I'm a huge S50 fan, and so talking about long life fuel then, just for a really brief amount of time, it's really interesting. I've noticed that on some of my engines, when I run the longer life fuel, it alters the low needle settings. They can be maybe a quarter or a half a turn out, incredibly, on some of my old engines. If they're set up for a Still Ultra 50:1 two-stroke mix, and then I'll switch to either the Husqvarna or the Aspen, they can be very rich. Strange, but at the top end they seem okay, or maybe even on one of my other saws the top end needed adjusting very slightly for using the long life fuel. And I've got somebody coming over looking at one of my Jobus shortly, a really nice old guy who said he's been after one for a while, and interesting, isn't it? So this saw from 1960, what are these, 1967, Norwegian, so a distant cousin then of the 262, and so this thing is 1990, so a good 25 years apart in development. 48mm piston, 34mm stroke, and just under 5 horsepower. Full AV, obviously, spectacular chain brake, and just great fueling. And then this is one adopted by the Norwegian Army in the late 60s, 67. What are these? 50mm piston, 35mm stroke, and on paper make 4 horsepower, but wow, when you run them, the difference in the aggressive nature of the 262, let me show it running. Choke. Or will I show it running? Oh, a tiny bit. Okay. Is that enough to run? That's the question. Even carburetors didn't pick up the fuel as well as the new ones do. So, when the Norwegian Army used to use these were ferocious in their day, and now she seems still beautiful, but just seems it's so far away from the 25-year development of the 262. It's just incredible. So, I think the 4 horsepower for these might be slightly optimistic. Jack, I'll pack her safely. Many more deals for us, I hope. Take care. A couple of presents in the box as well. Bye for now.